What skills the armed forces can bring to micro-private equity. Micro-private equity, MPE, the practice of acquiring and operating small businesses with the intent of growth and value creation, has emerged as a dynamic and increasingly popular avenue for entrepreneurial investment. It blends operational control with financial stewardship, often relying on a hands-on, strategic approach to drive long-term performance. A new and intriguing source of talent for this domain comes from an unexpected quarter, the armed forces. Former military personnel bring a unique blend of competencies that are not always immediately evident in traditional business circles. Their background, rooted in discipline, leadership, problem-solving, and adaptability under pressure, aligns naturally with the demands of MPE. In this essay, we will explore how the skills acquired in the armed forces, whether through command roles, logistics, technical expertise, or strategic operations, translate into potent capabilities within the MPE landscape. 1. Leadership and command competence. One of the most well-documented strengths of military personnel is leadership. The armed forces train individuals from an early stage to take command of teams, make decisions under pressure, and inspire confidence. Leadership in micro-private equity is not a theoretical exercise, it is a daily requirement. In MPE, the business owner-operator often steps into a leadership vacuum. Many small businesses lack strong operational management, having often been run by their founders who leave a void upon exiting. A former officer, or even a non-commissioned officer with leadership experience, is well positioned to step into this space. They are trained to assess team dynamics, set expectations, build morale, and hold people accountable. Unlike corporate environments with layered management and bureaucracy, small businesses require a direct and action-oriented leadership style. This is exactly the model military leaders are trained in. They thrive in environments where responsibility must be taken rather than delegated. Moreover, military leaders are adept at situational leadership, adjusting their approach based on team maturity and operational demands, which is essential in diverse micro-business environments. 2. Strategic planning and operational execution. Military operations are a masterclass in strategic planning and precise execution. From mission briefings to logistics coordination, servicemen and women become experts at turning objectives into plans and executing under constraints. In MPE, these skills are priceless. Running a small business acquired through micro-private equity requires the development and implementation of strategy. This might involve repositioning a product, opening new markets, refining pricing, or overhauling operations. Military veterans bring a rigorous planning discipline, often using frameworks such as the OODA loop, observe, orient, decide, act, or mission command methodology to build and execute their plans. Moreover, they are trained to do so with limited resources, an environment that mirrors the budgetary realities of MPE. Small businesses often lack the capital cushion or operational depth of larger firms, so strategic efficiency and intelligent prioritization become vital. Veterans know how to evaluate risks, make trade-offs, and act decisively, all critical in managing and improving a business. 3. Discipline, accountability and work ethic. The military lifestyle demands a degree of personal discipline and accountability that few civilian environments can match. This work ethic is highly transferable to the MPE arena, where success often hinges on long hours, attention to detail, and the ability to see initiatives through from inception to implementation. In micro-private equity, there's no room for the absentee owner. The operator must be fully engaged, frequently overseeing everything from HR matters to customer service, from financial management to vendor relationships. Veterans are used to working in high-tempo environments where failure to deliver can have severe consequences. Furthermore, the military instills a deep sense of responsibility, not just for one's own actions but for the outcomes of the entire unit. This mindset translates well into the ownership model of MPE, where personal success is directly linked to the performance of the business. Veterans will often take full ownership of business results, rejecting excuses and seeking continuous improvement. 4. Adaptability and problem-solving in ambiguity. Military personnel are routinely exposed to dynamic, high-stakes environments where ambiguity and change are constants. They learn to adapt quickly, improvise solutions, and keep calm under pressure. These capabilities are central to the success of MPE operators. Small businesses often present a degree of chaos and unpredictability. Records may be incomplete, processes undocumented, and customer relationships fragile. Veterans are used to entering new environments, sometimes with incomplete intelligence, and working to understand, stabilize, and improve them. In practical terms, this means that former servicemen and women can quickly assess a business's operational landscape, identify what is mission critical, and start to build structure where none previously existed. Their problem-solving training, particularly in crisis situations, enables them to address issues constructively and swiftly. Whether it's a supplier failure, employee dispute, or sudden shift in market dynamics, veterans tend to remain solution-focused rather than being overwhelmed. 5. Team building and personnel management. Success in MPE is not just about strategy, it is fundamentally about people. A business's success often hinges on motivating and retaining a capable team. Here again, military veterans excel. Team cohesion and personnel management are foundational in the forces, where the success of any operation depends on teamwork, trust, and morale. The armed forces develop an acute understanding of how to get the best out of people. Veterans know how to identify latent potential, offer mentorship, and build a culture of shared accountability. This translates directly into small business leadership, where staff engagement can dramatically impact productivity and service quality. Importantly, the military encourages diversity and inclusion in teams, often out of necessity. Individuals from a wide range of backgrounds and skill levels must work together under intense pressure. Veterans thus enter civilian business with a pragmatic and inclusive approach to team building, sensitive to different working styles and capable of navigating interpersonal issues with professionalism. 6. Logistics and operational efficiency. Logistics is the lifeblood of military operations. From supply chains to maintenance schedules, from communications to transport, veterans have hands-on experience in designing, implementing, and overseeing logistical systems that function under pressure. This expertise is directly relevant to small businesses that struggle with inventory management, procurement, distribution, and customer fulfillment. Many businesses acquired via MPE are light on process and heavy on legacy. There may be outdated inventory systems, unreliable suppliers, or poor warehouse layouts. A veteran's familiarity with lean operational methods, coupled with a habit of maintaining mission readiness, equips them well to drive efficiency improvements. Moreover, their understanding of KPIs, key performance indicators, resource allocation, and systems optimization can modernize a business's back-end in ways that significantly enhance profitability. Even without a formal business education, their military training in systems thinking gives them a robust operational toolkit. 7. Risk management and contingency planning. Risk is a constant in both the military and business domains. However, the armed forces adopt a uniquely structured and comprehensive approach to risk management. Veterans are trained not only to identify and quantify risks but also to create contingency plans and response protocols. This is especially important in MPE, where risks range from customer churn and supplier failure to regulatory change and economic downturns. Most small businesses lack sophisticated risk management processes. A veteran can introduce basic frameworks that help mitigate such exposure, whether through diversification of suppliers, establishing redundancies, or formalizing crisis response plans. In financial terms, they are also used to working within strict budgets while maintaining operational effectiveness, a skill that translates well into controlling cash flow and managing working capital, two of the biggest determinants of success or failure in MPE. 8. Communication and mission clarity. Another military strength is the ability to communicate clearly and concisely, particularly in high-stakes situations. Veterans are taught to give orders and instructions in ways that minimize ambiguity, align teams, and ensure accountability. This skill is particularly useful in small businesses, where informal and unclear communication often results in inefficiency and error. In MPE settings, a clear articulation of the company's goals, strategy, and processes is crucial for success. Veterans understand the importance of mission clarity and how to cascade it through an organization, ensuring that every employee understands their role in delivering the desired outcomes. This ability to rally the troops is often exactly what a small business needs during a turnaround or transformation phase. 9. Integrity, trustworthiness and ethical standards. The military fosters a culture grounded in integrity and ethics. Honor, service, and responsibility are not optional in the forces, they are mandatory. These values are immensely valuable in the world of small business, where trust among employees, customers, and suppliers is paramount. Many small firms are deeply embedded in their local communities and depend on long-standing relationships. Veterans often bring a sincerity and reliability that appeals to stakeholders, helping to retain and grow these relationships. Moreover, their tendency to uphold standards and ethical behavior can help instill a more professional culture in businesses that may previously have operated informally. 10. Cultural adaptability and global perspective. In a world of increasing global interconnection, veterans often bring an international perspective. Many have served in diverse regions, engaging with a variety of cultures and practices. This cultural sensitivity is useful in MPE, where businesses may have multicultural workforces, international suppliers, or export ambitions. Veterans are typically quick learners of new cultural norms and respectful of differences, yet pragmatic in pursuit of goals. Their experience working with allied forces, NGOs, and foreign governments gives them a nuanced appreciation of how to navigate unfamiliar business environments, an advantage in sectors like manufacturing, logistics, and tech services, where cross-border dynamics are common. Conclusion. The transition from the armed forces to micro-private equity may not seem obvious at first glance. Yet the deeper one explores the required skill sets, the clearer the synergy becomes. Veterans bring a unique blend of leadership, resilience, adaptability, operational rigor, and ethical grounding, qualities that align naturally with the challenges and demands of acquiring, growing, and transforming small businesses. While military veterans may need some support in areas such as financial modeling, deal sourcing, or regulatory compliance, these gaps can be addressed with targeted training or partnership. What cannot be so easily taught, however, are the deeply embedded character traits that the armed forces cultivate: courage, decisiveness, commitment, and the unshakable drive to accomplish the mission. As the MPE field continues to evolve, particularly in the UK and other Commonwealth markets, those looking to back operators with grit, leadership, and integrity would do well to consider the untapped potential of military veterans. They may just be the ultimate force multiplier in the world of micro-private equity.